Hey guys, and welcome to episode 20 of Live with Lewis. I'm Matthew Lewis, and here we have Lincoln Caudil. Lincoln, he's been it seems like he has his hands in almost everything. Guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like learning about the small town people. Roll the intro. Lincoln, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Thanks for having me. How are you all tonight?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good. So first question, ask everybody. Lincoln, where are you from?
I'm from here, Morton, Kentucky,
Yeah,
our hometown.
that's right.
Not Clearfield.
Yeah.
Clearfield has its own zip code. but
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
have to
basically
remember
my
that.
own.
I just learned it.
Yeah.
4036 no
40313.
1360 Owensville.
Yeah, and
so I didn't learn it.
yeah, Lakeview Heights, they have their own area
That's
code too.
right. Yeah.
That's I learned that because the plant board, because of billing and stuff like that.
Oh, I know. That's what I had to do. It's like, okay, they're not Moorhead.
Yeah.
But you have to ask because, like, on up, like Dry Creek or anywhere else, it's Moorhead.
Yeah. See, we was taking my my father-in-law to the airport, and Ohio has townships.
Yeah.
Why don't Kentucky have townships?
I don't. It's just an old archaic thing, the way they set up the state governments.
Yeah, because I feel like Clearfield would be a pretty good township.
I think so.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Township.
Yeah, Clearfield
just,
Township.
Yeah, it's just the way the government sets up their neighborhoods.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It's all different, state by state.
Yeah, I don't know what made me think of that, but
yeah, Ohio's different.
Yeah, we took him to the airport, and it was like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
and I'd never been to Columbus.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So I guess it snowed. It was Friday.
Yeah,
I guess it snowed really. I guess we had ice and stuff here and stuff like that.
They got more than we did.
Well, we didn't have nothing.
Yeah,
the roads weren't even covered.
Friday morning.
Yeah, it was wild. So obviously you went to Round County.
Yes.
And then after Round County, did you go to Moorhead State?
Yeah, I did. I graduated Round County in 2009.
Okay.
And then went 4 years at Moorhead State, 2013, and then I did 2 more years grad school there. So
really,
yeah, I graduated in 2015.
So what'd you major in?
I did undergrad in construction management.
Okay.
And then I finished up my graduate work in public administration.
Public administration.
Government.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah. What made you go that route?
I was looking at law school then.
Yeah.
And so wasn't exactly ready to leave Moorhead yet.
Yeah.
Still pretty young. So wanted to continue my education. I thought I may teach at some point. So
yeah.
Or get into politics.
Right.
So that was a nice avenue. I had a lot of the professors I took for my elective courses in undergrad. I took some of those philosophy and government classes. So yeah. I really liked those guys. So it was just an easy step. Got me in the program. So I guess that should be the main reason.
Yeah.
And so yeah, had some scholarship money. So
yeah, that's sweet.
Just wanted to stay in school for a little while.
Yeah. So you done the undergrad at Moorhead also?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So as soon as you got out of college, what was kind of your avenue whenever you?
So my family runs a small business here. So I worked for them part-time all the way through college. So after college, I got a job with Doc Blevins at the county judge executive's office. So yeah. He made me his deputy judge executive.
Okay.
And so I served under him for 3 years.
So what kind of did you do as the deputy judge executive?
The deputy judge is basically like what you would think of the lieutenant governor or a vice mayor.
Okay.
But for the Round County. So
right.
We're the Round County government covers the road department, the ambulance service, the animal shelter, and other offices around. So the judge is in charge of the administrative duties of all those different offices.
Really? I didn't know that.
And he votes as a voting member of our fiscal court.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like the city council.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically like the mayor of the county.
See, that's kind of what I kind of thought it was.
If anybody's familiar with city governments, most people are.
Yeah.
Not all counties have judge executives. So they call them different things throughout the U.S. So it's like a county executive, a county administrator. So you saying all the administrative duties of the county. You go to conferences and talk to people from counterparts from other counties.
Yeah, kind of work together.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting job. You got to help a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a pretty good thing.
To meet different people, that's from Round County. I grew up out Cranston. That's a long way from here.
Yeah, really.
So until I got to high school, I didn't know anybody else.
Yeah, I bet you never. I mean, growing up, I say until you got to middle school.
Really? Yeah.
And you never even lost.
Yeah.
Well, you never really even left Cranston.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't know many people out
Yeah.
here in the real world.
Yeah.
So it helped, and that was just the people I was in school with at the time. So then when I got a job at the county, I met people from all over the county, and of course we did a lot of stuff out of county, at the meetings and conferences, and we did regional stuff. A lot of the Gateway region is like us, Bath, Montgomery, Menifee.
Yeah, surrounding counties.
Yeah, that's kind of our little region that we work with as far as industry and school and funding and things like that. So we do a lot in that region.
There's a lot to it.
Does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that job ended in 2018 at the end of my boss's term.
Yeah.
So I ran for that term because it was open.
Right.
And came up a little bit shy to our current Judge Harry Clark.
Yeah.
So, but him and I've supported him in the general election, and we've remained friends since. So.
Yeah, he's from Cranston too, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both Cranston guys. That was a tough election.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
So,
yeah.
But it's all good now.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
That's sweet. Yeah. I remember you running. I came to, I think it was the first, I don't know.
Yeah. Jordan brought all of his buddy.
Yeah. It was kind of like, you was doing a speech and we were asking questions and stuff like that. That was the first time I ever kind of even thought about like going to stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really eye-opening kind of, cause I mean, like I've had a few politicians on so far, and I don't really understand like what goes on. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot to keep Round County going.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's not just like
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Of money,
yeah.
A lot of moving parts. You're part of that.
Yeah.
Your position with the plant board, which I think is a very important office and organization in our county. People don't realize it. Nobody sees what you all do unless you're out there with your truck.
Yeah.
Or you see a marker.
Yeah.
But everything you do is underground.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah, we want to keep the gas lines underground.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the idea. Anyway.
Yeah. In a perfect world, they're all underground.
Yep. Having those services in our county, not just the city. I mean, you service other counties.
Yeah. Well, and with the gas we don't, but with sewer we do, and I guess water.
You sell water.
Yes.
To other.
We sell water to Round Water and people like that.
Yeah. So.
And Bath Water.
Huge impact. I think it makes property values increase.
Yeah.
When we have access to these services, but it's like I said, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
It's you gotta realize that you got to talk to other folks that don't have those.
Yeah.
To really see the impact. So I'm happy.
Thank you. Thank you. So after kind of the election didn't turn out as planned, what kind did you start doing after that?
Let's see, the election was in the spring of 2018. I'd always wanted to go to law school. I took the LSAT, which is the law school admissions test. I'd taken it all the way back in like 2014.
Yeah. Or
something. And I scored okay on enough to get into law school, but I never applied. So I always kept putting it off. So finally I knew my term was ending with Judge Blevins.
Yeah.
I knew it would be difficult to beat now Judge Clark.
Yeah.
And so I applied to law school in February of 2018, which was right in the middle of campaign season.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my girlfriend, my now wife, Stevie.
Yeah.
Didn't tell anyone. I just kept it really quiet until till after the election. So the night of the election, we had it was supposed to be a victory party, but it ended up being a defeat party, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean,
I lost by 70 votes.
Really?
Yeah, I think that number don't hold me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that number, it's within a couple votes of that, but around 70 votes.
That's crazy.
I think around 3,000 cast or 3,500.
Yeah.
So it was really close. But anyway, I got my acceptance letter to law school about 2 weeks before the May primary. So
wow,
I was really happy with that. So I knew I had something to fall back on. Well, I still worked the election really hard.
Yeah,
my family did, and friends, and everybody helped me. But when we came up a little short, I went ahead and told them that I'd been accepted. Of course, if I'd have won, I would have.
Yeah, I'd
have withdrawn my application. Yeah, and the school would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
So luckily, I had a nice consolation to share with my supporters that I've been accepted to law school. So I started that fall. I went to Northern Kentucky University's Salmon P. Chase College of Law. It's
a mouthful.
long name. It took me about a year to learn that.
Yeah.
After I kept writing them checks.
Yeah, exactly.
It came to mind. But
yeah.
So they have two different programs. They have a full-time program, which is what is typical. It's 3 years, and you have the summers off, and it's daytime classes.
Right.
But I applied to the evening division, the part-time program. So it's 4 years, and you go at night and you go through the summers. So it's pretty daunting task.
Yeah.
I knew that going in. But so I started in the fall, in August of 2018.
So you're almost done, ain't you?
I got done in May of 2022.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll be the first. Well, I probably wasn't the first to tell you, but congratulations.
Tell me on a podcast.
That's right.
So
yeah, that's sweet.
I appreciate it. So yeah, I did 4 years of that while I worked part-time at my family's scrap metal business.
Yeah.
And I graduated in May of 2022 and took the bar in July.
Really?
And found out I passed in October. So
wow,
it's kind of been a whirlwind.
So you're a lawyer, right?
I'm a lawyer today.
Oh my God. So all right, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What now? There's different kinds of lawyers, right? So I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I know there's like defense attorneys, stuff like that.
Right.
What kind of lawyer? I guess what kind of lawyer are you?
Yeah. So I'm just a private practitioner.
Okay.
That means I kind of do a little bit of everything.
All right.
So like I said, it's my first just few months of practice. So I'm only doing the most basic things attorneys would do. Low-level criminal defense, alcohol charges, traffic violations, things like that. So I can handle those comfortably. Don't feel comfortable taking on a felony just yet. Anybody looking at serious jail time, but if it's 30 days or less, I'm your guy. And so I do a lot of property transfers when people buy or sell. Work with local banks and realtors and things like that to take care of all. It's pretty complicated process to transfer a piece of land. Especially when a bank's involved, when people borrow money, which like myself and most people around here, we have to borrow money to buy our first home, at least our first home. So I'm happy to know a little bit about that and help people with that. And I do elder law, kind of family law, when people are end of life decisions, drafting a will, drafting powers of attorney.
I had to go through the powers of I didn't. So mom actually passed away in 2018, and I had to go through like something like that, where she didn't have a will or nothing like that, but I was her only child.
Okay.
But before she like passed away, we had to sign some documents and had to take it to Campbell, I think. But I had to take it to him, and he had to do something.
Yeah, he probably served as like the probate attorney, I think.
Something, I don't know. I just done whatever the hospital told me because I was young and
probate stuff. So probate happens when someone dies.
Yeah, this is before she died though.
Oh, okay.
She was still, but she wanted to give me the power of attorney.
Right.
And they got the paperwork in order.
That's what that's what he drafted for you.
Yeah.
It's a real simple document.
Yeah.
But it's very powerful.
As
the name implies.
Yeah.
So you act as her attorney in fact.
Yes.
When that happens, you can make decisions for her. You can write checks. You can buy or sell property, make medical decisions.
See that was the whole thing, was the medical decisions and stuff like that.
Part, when somebody, especially if they become incapacitated or
and that's what we was kind of afraid of.
Yeah.
So it was honestly her idea. She talked to the doctor, and the doctor came to me.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, I said, "Why didn't you come to me?" You know what I mean?
It's tough.
It is.
It was unpleasant process, but it's very necessary.
Yes.
It makes things go a lot smoother. I think it takes stress off all the people involved.
Well, the only reason I did it, I felt like it was going to take stress off of her.
Of course,
you know what I mean.
That's who you're concerned with.
Yeah, and at that point, that was the only thing I really cared about.
Yeah, if you can help at all make anything easier, I think it's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
to have that power, and you're a grown up. Like, make the right decision. She knew you were going to.
Yeah, and it was my mom, so it wasn't like some Yahoo off the street
with all your siblings.
Exactly.
I'm an only child,
yeah.
So I know how that goes.
Yeah,
that makes it pretty nice.
Yeah,
but those little things like that, people don't think about them.
Yeah.
but it's a nice, easy thing for a lawyer to be able to do.
Yeah.
Oftentimes dealing with attorneys can be complicated
and scary.
And it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't feel comfortable talking to other attorneys.
Yeah.
Down. That's a lot of what I do.
Yeah.
But like a simple thing like that, it's an inexpensive document to draft. I charge $125.
Yeah, I think I paid something like that. Yeah.
This is not an advertisement for services. I'm not being salacious. Don't report me to the boss. But it is a cheap document.
Yeah.
For what it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do those things, and I still work at the scrapyard part.
Yeah.
Because I haven't transitioned into full-time practice yet.
Yeah.
But I will probably within the next few years. I'd imagine
slowly get your foot in the door, stuff like that. Yeah.
See how things went. We have a successful scrap metal business too, so I'm not.
And I kind of want to touch on that here in a second after
I'm not ready to walk away from it yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see where practice takes me. I've got a lot of really great mentors.
Yeah.
That have they've opened a lot of doors for me. I shouldn't say I just started practicing law. I have a lot of good people that opened doors for me.
Yeah, somebody pointed you in that direction.
Oh gosh, yeah, I didn't just fall into this.
Right.
I did fall into it. But it was because people had trust and faith in me.
Right.
And allowed me gave me an opportunity.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Hopefully I see you you have an office down Main Street.
I do. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
oh, well, my dream's already filled. So there we go.
Come see me sometime.
Yeah, I'll stop in.
Yeah.
So talking about the kind of the scrap business and stuff like that, when did you kind of start doing that?
So we got into that business, my family did, in 2010.
Okay.
So when I was in high school and college, I was always a kind of a, I don't know what the right word, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I mowed grass.
Yeah.
I had a mobile pressure washing unit. Kind of a mechanic, but not really. I did basic things, change oil, grease equipment, stuff like that. More of a maintenance guy, I guess you'd call it. And so I worked for this guy named Frank Taylor. Okay. He had a couple scrap yards up here around Moorhead and Fleming County. Young guy, I think at the time he might have been 25.
Really?
Yeah, his dad was a big, kind of a big wig with another huge scrapyard out of like Lexington and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I think he'd helped his son get started. So anyway, he had a couple places up here, and I worked for him. I got a job just helping him out on the weekends. And I mowed his grass, helped work on his pool, his cars. I mean, I was a kid. And
trying to make some money,
cash money. Yeah, it was awesome. So I really liked him, and we always talked. So one day, we're at a scrapyard. It's kind of like this, a real nasty cold day.
Yeah.
Nobody was selling him any scrap. I think he was just kind of down. He was like, "Why don't I sell you this place? You're a young guy. Like, you could do something with this." So I was very young. I think I was 18 or 19. I was obviously in no position to buy anything. I needed a new truck.
Yeah, not a whole scrapyard.
Yeah, but my family, my dad and my uncle Steve, at the time were business partners in a excavating, construction business. So, if people remember 2010, you are a lot younger than I, but that time was kind of a rough financial period for a lot of folks, especially in building, because of the housing crisis that began in 2008. And we felt the effects of that here in Eastern Kentucky. So we were in position to make that purchase. So I went to my dad and my uncle with it, kind of as a joke in a way. I was like, "Hey, this guy's looking to, maybe sell one of his locations in Fleming County. I think we could purchase it." So we had meetings with him and talked to him.
Wow.
And ended up making a deal on it, and we bought his place in Fleming County. He continued to run one in Brown County on Cranston Road.
Yeah.
And he was a great partner to us. He loaned us his equipment to get started. I think he cash flowed a couple of days for us.
Wow.
Loaned us a little money.
What a guy.
Just to help us.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. And I'll still stay in touch with him and his wife. They live in Frankfort now.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so he ended up selling us the other scrapyard.
Yeah.
A few years later, we ended up, it might have went through some other hands. We ended up getting it too. And we ran both of them for a while. I think in 2015, we closed the Fleming County location.
Yeah.
And just ran the Round County location.
Yeah.
So for the timeline, that's about the time I started working for the county.
Yeah.
That was a really slow time in the junk business. And
I remember there for a while, it got pretty hard, didn't it?
Lean. Yeah. Prices were really low. There wasn't a whole lot of growth going on worldwide. I could get into an hour conversation.
Yeah.
How the Asian market's affected.
Yeah.
Their steel production really boomed in that period because they were way behind us in infrastructure as far as like their steel mills and their coal mines and their ability to produce steel at a commercial level, like worldwide. The United States built that infrastructure over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So when the Chinese and other Asian countries came onto the scene, it really affected the U.S. steel markets all the way down to the scrap metal guys.
Yeah,
even us.
Right.
So I was looking for work. That's how I ended up at the county. Kind of help, with expenses and things like that, not keep another family member on the payroll.
Exactly.
So, but I was still around a lot and did some trucking. I had my CDL. Got it, I think, as soon as I could.
21.
Maybe 21.
Yeah. I'm trying for mine.
Okay.
Yes, it's the only
reason
reason I know.
Not tough.
Well, they changed it. They've now you have to either go to school,
right,
or they do this online class you can do, and it's supposed to take you 9 weeks to complete it.
Oh gosh.
I've been working on it for 4 or 6 weeks.
So it's,
I think,
coursework about safety and
pretty much. And at the end of each class, you have a test, and you have to you have to get at least an 80 on the test.
Yeah.
And if not, you got to keep on doing it until.
Wow. So you can do it in quicker than 9 weeks.
Yeah.
But that's wow.
Yeah, and
it's expensive. You have to pay for it.
Well, thank goodness the plant board is funding it.
Typically, a private individual would.
I don't know even if a private individual can do the online thing.
So I mean, it's been at least 10 years since I got mine.
They just started this year.
Well, it's probably good for safety's sake.
I think that's kind of what they're looking at and stuff like that.
There's a lot of unsafe drivers out there, unfortunately. And keep insurance rates low for us. That's probably a good thing. I hate you have to go through it.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think myself, I can't sit there in front of a book and learn anything. Yeah. I just can't. So I think it honestly is helping me in the long run. Because I mean, if, like, let's say I fail one of the tests, I have to go back through the course.
Yeah, that's how I have to learn.
And if you have to sit there and beat it in my head for me to learn it. So
you just got to buy in, and you'll get it. You'll be done with it before you know it.
Yeah.
When I did it, it was I read a handbook.
Yeah.
And went and took a written test. You passed it. I think you had a permit for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think a month. I think now it's a month.
Okay, I think it was at least 2 weeks.
Then. Yeah.
And then you went and took a driving test.
Yeah.
A road course or whatever, and then you got your license.
Yeah.
But during that permit period, kind of like when you turn 16 or whatever,
you got to ride with somebody.
You got to ride with a license driver. Yeah. So that was kind of fun. My dad, all my family are drivers. So
yeah.
It was a little easier for me. I had access to trucks and time to study and all that. But any young people that are looking for something to do, that's a great avenue. Even if you have to pay for that course yourself.
Well, MCTC actually offers.
That's right. Yeah. I saw their sign.
Yeah.
Offer a program.
Yep. Class A's.
I encourage young folks to.
And I think it's a 9-week course. Like, I don't think that it's like
you don't have to be enrolled. Like
you have to be enrolled and stuff like that. But I don't think it's the full. I don't think it's like years. You know what I mean? I think it's just
full semester.
Yeah,
that's good. I mean, it's an easy way to make a great living. I've got several friends that drive for carriers.
Yeah,
some that are self-employed, and they make more money than I do as a lawyer. I'll tell you that. Especially a new one. So I encourage young folks to look into that.
Yeah,
see, it's not a factory job,
right? And you can see the world. I mean, if you want to, you can see the world.
You can drive. Yeah, you can name your name your
avenue and just roll with it.
Work for companies are really good. I encourage folks to join unions when they can for things like that to get better benefits. But there's great jobs out there with that for really not much.
You don't have to invest a lot, really.
You don't have to spend much time in schools. Young people that don't like going to school but still want to make a good living.
Yeah.
It's a great avenue.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing, I still send your dad and Steve a pamphlet every year.
Oh yeah,
because they were excavators in Moorhead.
Yeah, I like getting that.
I still I still send them one. I just thought about it. I still send them one every year.
Scratch around.
Yeah.
Keep reminding us.
Oh, I will. Trust me, I will. So, do you kind of do something in like the not real? Like you kind of like a realtor in a way.
I'm a licensed real estate agent.
Okay, so lawyer, real estate agent.
Yeah, I did that before. So So when I worked at the county, for Judge Blevins, that position was important, but it didn't pay a whole lot.
Right.
So, but I did have time, in my free time to pursue other avenues. So,
Yeah.
I've studied and got my real estate license. I've got my apprentice auctioneer's license. I still keep those two up, but I got my appraiser's license too in 2017, I think. That was the toughest one. That was probably the toughest test I had except the bar exam.
Really?
And it's expensive to keep up, so I
Yeah.
put it in escrow. But yeah, so I dabbled in real estate on the side back then. I still keep my licenses up, and I'm affiliated with a real estate broker in Morgan County, A+ Henry.
Yeah,
Anthony
I
Henry.
feel like I've seen a
You've probably seen
sign.
their signs.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff over towards like Menifee. And
Yeah, I think we went riding one time and I saw one of their signs down there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very small firm. It's just him and his wife and I'm maybe a couple other agents, but it's a small family firm and they're really good to work with. Taught me a lot. He knows more than any lawyer I've ever met about real estate law.
Really?
Yeah, property law. So he was a wealth of knowledge and a mentor, kind of helped me get started down that path. And that's one of the reasons I ended up going to law school. I saw how all of it worked.
Yeah.
Typically the realtors make a lot more money than the lawyers do on those property transfers, but it did lead me to want to pursue this career. And auctioneer was a kind of I never learned how to bid call or anything like that, but I went to auction college out in Iowa at a world
in Iowa.
Mason City, Iowa. It's called Worldwide College of Auctioneering, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
They would probably upset butchering of their name, but it's been 8 or 9 years since I went. But it was like a 2-week course. It was in February of 2016
in Iowa.
I flew into a little tiny airport about like Moorhead.
Yeah.
On a small jet connected through Chicago. It was pretty wild. I was the only person on the flight. Well, I don't even know if it was a jet. I think it was like a turboprop. Like you could see the engine.
Yeah. My God.
It was cool. But I met some good friends. I still keep up with a few of the guys that I met out there. Learned some really neat stuff. And it, of course, satisfied my education requirement to take the Kentucky Apprentice Auctioneers exam. And I take a written exam. Then I got to keep up continuing ed each year.
Yeah. So what do you do for continuing ed? Just online, probably.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I think you might be doing with your trucking. You watch videos, take exams. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, cut and dry.
I think it's a money racket.
Well, I mean,
I got to pay $150. And take check a few boxes.
Yeah,
that's about it. And it's very similar for my real estate license. I keep it up. I don't really practice it much anymore.
Yeah, but if you ever need to, you can fall back on it.
I can go out and list a property as I can't handle the closing or anything as an attorney, but I can.
Conflict of interest.
It would be a major conflict. Yeah. So, I can represent a client as a realtor.
Yeah.
But I can't give them legal advice. It's kind of murky water.
Right.
But
probably not enough to, risk anything, stuff like that.
No, you just got to watch and not, not get involved with.
That's probably why you went to school for so many years.
Yeah. It helps. That was many sections of most courses.
Yeah.
Focused on legal ethics. Keeping your life.
Right.
After you get it, you want to keep it. It's expensive. So I could do that. And also the state of Kentucky allows licensed attorneys to broker real estate deals and make commission on the sale. So you would act as a real estate broker.
Yeah.
Real estate broker is a pretty hard exam that I never really felt like taking.
Yeah.
Especially when I was working on my law degree. So I was like, I'll just wait. But I like working with Anthony.
Yeah.
I'll probably just stay with him unless I
might as well
considerable change. So those things always kept me busy and kind of kept me focused on
it seems like
forward.
Seems like everything ever since you graduated, you just haven't stopped.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a very professional conversation. but I've worked hard towards that.
Yeah.
So and I want to encourage young people to do the same thing.
Yeah. I'm
no different than anybody listening to this or watching us tonight. Just a good old boy for parents, but they taught me to read.
Well,
that was probably the biggest thing that ever happened. After that, it was off to the races.
Right. So earlier you said you were married.
Yeah.
So when did you get married?
October 10th of 2020.
Really? I got married October 2nd
of that year.
No. Maybe.
You have to edit this part out, man.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
No, it was 2021.
Oh, okay.
It was 2021. Year after.
Y'all working on 2 years.
Yeah. This is yeah.
Yes.
Ha. He's gonna get me.
Oh no.
You did. But yeah.
I was afraid you got. That's why we got. It was 10/10/2020.
See, ours is 10/2.
21. Okay.
21.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's easy
enough.
Yeah.
So
you'll remember it eventually.
Yeah.
You haven't had that anniversary enough. That's
what
I told my
I've had it once.
Yeah, 1 year I kind of forgot a little bit, and I was like, well, we've only had that date like 1 year or 2
exactly.
years. Give me 10 years.
Yeah.
And I swear
after 10 times, I should be good.
I swear I won't forget. Dude, you can really have me.
Well, I mean, in you and Steve been together forever, haven't
you? Yeah, we got together in the fall of 2011.
Yeah, exactly.
So so we were college sweethearts. And did all that. We were engaged in 2019.
Yeah.
So we had am I wrong? No, 2018.
Okay.
We got engaged. Right before I started law school, I'm pretty sure. So we had kind of a long engagement.
Well,
and we were both busy. She was pursuing her career. She does CAT scans, MRIs.
Yeah.
At St. Joseph Mount Sterling.
Okay.
Hospital. So she's tried to move up in her career. She's had some great success. So we're both. I think we kind of build off each other.
Yeah,
that's great.
Nowadays that's what you need.
Yeah, I need it.
I mean, you have to have somebody. What I've noticed, you have to have somebody to fall back on. Somebody to keep you going forward.
Yeah, you're a product of your environment.
Yeah,
you got to choose wisely who you spend your time with.
Exactly.
You can have a big impact on them.
Yeah,
they can have a big impact on you. So I think as long as it's positive or mainly positive,
right?
You need a balance, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting here trying to tell you I'm some crazy workaholic because I'm not. But I don't do the bare minimum either.
Exactly.
I think there's a nice,
Yeah, you got to find the median.
You got to find the median.
Yeah.
So we've been together for 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
Now, 12 going on, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but we're happy. We bought a house in 2019. Yeah, I got engaged in 18.
Bought the house
in 19, married in 20.
Yeah, all right.
That's how it went. So,
well, that's enough. I mean, big leaps once a year.
I know that's crazy. It sounds funny saying it that quick, but that's some big moves.
Yeah,
so we've kept it together so far. So wish us luck out there.
Everybody watching
too with your relationships.
So I ask everyone this question that comes on: if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Anywhere besides Moorhead.
Oh
gosh, I don't know. I've visited some beautiful places throughout the world. I've been very blessed to be able to travel. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I really like Colorado and Wyoming and places like that.
My viewers obviously know I've talked so much about wanting to go to. I've never been to Colorado, but I want to go so bad.
It's so easy to get to.
Yeah.
Don't let that hamper your desire to go. Put the time in off work.
Yeah.
Get your partner.
Yeah.
Or your buddies or whatever and head up. You can drive out pretty easy. It's not a bad drive. I've driven it. It's easier to fly depending on what you want to do.
Well, I flew to Seattle once. So so I've
imagine half that flight.
Yeah.
And you can get reasonable flights out of Cincinnati, direct to Denver, rent you a car, Jeep or whatever.
Yeah.
And just go check stuff out.
That's what I just want to. I haven't traveled much. I've been here, Seattle, and Tennessee.
Okay.
So
I love Seattle.
Yeah.
My wife and I went there in I think 2021.
Yeah. So I didn't like the city side of it so much, just because I mean, the biggest city I've ever been to was Lexington.
Oh, wow.
So I mean,
that was a shock.
I was shell shocked.
Yeah.
But we went and seen her brother, and we seen him in Silverdale. It's a little town outside of Seattle.
Oh, okay.
And that was cool. It was like 40 minutes outside of Seattle.
Yeah. I never got really outside much of the city.
Yeah. And I mean, like the pine trees, like you see in the movies and stuff, that's how it was.
Oh, I bet. I've seen the movies.
It was pretty cool. We stayed on a beach.
Really? Like on the ocean?
No, it was like a bay, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But they called it a beach.
Yeah.
But it was just rocks. It wasn't sand.
Like they got a whole different. I'm used to the Florida beach.
Exactly. Yeah.
Myrtle Beach.
South
Carolina.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as cities go, Seattle is one of the most beautiful I've seen.
Yeah. See, we was gonna go on the Space Needle, but we ended up. I'm scared of heights. So
we didn't. The crowds were crazy.
Yeah.
But they've got a great public transit system.
Yeah.
It's the great food. Seafood. I'm a big seafood guy.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
big and I'm a seafood guy. But I mean, it's a nice city. I mean, not all cities are that nice.
Yeah.
Now they suffer from
Homeless was a big thing.
Yeah, that's
see. I didn't see really the crime side of it, but the homeless was a big.
Yeah, typically they coexist.
Yeah,
or they happen at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah. Big city. Yeah,
big cities have that, and I think Seattle's kind of known for that.
Yeah.
I think I know they treat their homeless well. It's typically people that do that, they get a draw from
exactly.
People. I mean, there's a network, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate for those folks to live. And it's a pretty tough climate to be homeless in.
Yeah.
But that harks back to mental illness and things like that, and things our society needs to
look at
about.
Really,
it's not easy to talk about.
Yeah,
it is an issue out there. We don't see it as much here in Moorhead. I think we're kind of sheltered here.
Yeah, from what I noticed was it seemed like either I don't know. Whenever I was there, it's like there wasn't a medium. Either people were like super happy, or they looked super not happy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's like here, like I feel like, I mean, obviously we have super happy people, but we're just all kind of like, hey, how you doing?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, this is a good place for middle class people, working folks like us to live. Real estate's relatively cheap. We have good access to healthcare and education.
Right.
Especially for a rural area. And access to roads and airports and utilities. And things like that. It makes a big difference in the livability. The term I've read makes a big difference in the livability of an area. And you go to a place like Seattle or San Francisco or New York, Boston, any big city. Yeah. You get a lot more cost of living increases.
Yeah.
You have more opportunities.
Yeah.
But for the higher class people.
Yeah. Whenever I was there, I ran out of chew. And I thought, I go down the local BP, I get 2 cans, and it's like $8. It was $17.
Oh my gosh.
I said, nah, I'll just take one.
Yeah. See, they do their job. They're trying to get you to quit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Gouge you.
Yeah. I said, I'll make 1 can.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It costs a lot more to live out there. So, I mean, that's what we talked about if we ever moved anywhere. And we're talking about the question.
Yeah.
Where I would live. It's somewhere I could afford to live.
Yeah, somewhere I feasibly could live.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're talking about it realistically, it would. And I think a place like Colorado, there's opportunities there. It's they got some rural areas. Yeah, I don't know if they want Eastern with their trucks and stuff.
Yeah,
but I love it out there, and you should definitely visit.
Yeah, I think we talked about going, and I think we're gonna end up going.
Get up with me. I took a road trip out there one summer. And I made like a loop, like a map out a little, like the best of Colorado, according to Lincoln.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but Mark Dameron, he knows a lot more than I about Colorado. But we go skiing a lot out there in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Aspen, Vail, Beaver Creek, Breckenridge.
Yeah, see, I think I'd want to go like summer. I'm not like summertime
because it's so hard to do anything else besides ski in the winter because the roads get literally, and they'll shut down. Yeah, they'll shut down the interstate.
Yeah, my father-in-law. So my brother-in-law is coming back from Seattle, and they had to drive his car back.
Oh yeah, gosh.
And
from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, we took him to the airport Friday.
Gotcha.
And they just got back last night. But we have that Life 360 or whatever. It's like an app where you can track where people are and stuff. Okay, and they were on the interstate going 7 miles an hour.
Oh no!
Going through Iowa.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you. But you said you went to Iowa for the auction. Yeah. They was going 7 miles on I-95.
Yeah.
They're going 7 miles an hour.
It snowed like a foot every day we were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm glad I took it. It's a quick trip.
Exactly. Yeah, it took them. They left. The time difference. The time's obviously different there. They left. I think it was 2:00 here, Friday evening.
Yeah, I think I was at least 1 hour behind us. I don't think they're in Mountain Time. I think they're still in Central.
Yeah, I'm not for sure. I'm not sure.
Right, but I don't know.
But Lincoln, this has been sweet.
Well, thanks, Matthew.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And guys, just check out Lincoln if you need a house or if you need anything like that. But just make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thanks.
Thank you all.